Hey everyone, welcome to episode 40 of the Unity Gaming Podcast. I'm Riccio.
I'm Dan.
I'm Somppi.
And I totally forgot to tell you guys, it is Wednesday Halloween, and that is why, if you are watching the video version, I'm in a penguin costume.
He didn't tell us we were doing this. So,
No.
Yeah.
I also didn't know that this costume had been in my drawer for 2 years.
That's...
So there are spiders all over my body. Tickling
really
regions. Tickling regions
not
that shouldn't be
something
tickled.
that's enjoyable.
But, yeah, it's Halloween. Have you guys played any freaky games?
I played Resident Evil 6 with my brother.
That
Yeah,
is
how did that go?
scary game. Go on.
That game's odd. Like I'm really not sure what to think of that game.
Like odd in a good way or odd
I don't
in
know.
a
It's cool because
bad way?
me and him are into the story quite a bit, and we just like seeing how things play out.
Okay.
But there's a lot of weird like design choices in that game, like making. Have you played the Snowstorm level?
No, I haven't. Which is that? That's Jake.
Chapter 2 of Jake's.
Yeah, I haven't tried the Jake one yet. I'm still on Chris. And
Spoilers.
That level is like
Infuriating?
no, it's not that hard. You just don't fight anyone during it.
Oh,
You just run.
Really?
That's it.
Weird.
That is the proper way that we deemed that you could get through that level.
It's just a runner map?
Just
there are people you can shoot though, right?
theoretically, they want you to fight these people, but if you just book it at the objective markers, you will finish that level without a lot of pain.
Wow.
Seriously?
So that was the entire,
Wow.
just like half the second chapter. So yeah, I don't know.
That kind of sucks.
We're enjoying it because we're playing it together, but I think there's going to be a certain point where I'll just be like, you know what, Nick, you play. I'll
Whoa,
just
names
watch."
now. Who is Nick?
My brother.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
your brother's
not-
name is Nick?
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
Go on.
He's not even here.
One day he'll be like, I wonder what Dan's podcast was like for Halloween of 2012.
We'll tag it as Nick.
Guys, I don't think he's going to do that.
You don't know your brother that well. He could.
So you guys are playing? Was that or there was more? I feel like there was more to that story.
Anything more to the story than
No,
yo, my
I
bro
mean,
and I played.
there's some cool stuff in that game, especially seemingly the way Jake's third chapter starts.
Okay.
I think that goes in a different direction from Resident Evil games, really. But that game is not really.
Is it
Resident
worth the
Evil.
money?
It's fun though, right?
If you have someone to play with.
Oh, okay.
We're playing it split screen too, and it seems to work mostly that way. The only thing I feel that we're missing out on, although kind of not, because that way it doesn't really tell us when other players would be in the game, is because he only has a silver account.
Oh, okay.
So we're not playing. We're playing offline, which does actually allow us to pause the game.
Yeah. Okay.
which you are not
that's
able
nice.
to do otherwise.
Yeah.
That's fairly nice.
The one thing that weirds us out the most is the way they change the interface. For every
Yeah,
single
with like
character.
the phones and stuff.
It's they're not
No,
super
not
different.
changed from 5,
Okay.
but just if you're playing as Leon, Helena, or Sherry,
Yeah.
you have a government phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's what the HUD looks like. Then if you are playing as Chris or Piers,
Yeah, this weird
you have this weird circular tube, like BSAA
Yeah.
GPS thingy.
Okay.
And then if you're playing as Jake, you have like a weird mercenary.
You have a mercenary.
Oh,
phone.
so even
thing.
between Jake and
Jake
Shelly?
and Sherry have different.
Shelby,
Sherry
Sharon,
Birkin.
Berkey Burr, Sherry. Okay.
Marky
Even
They,
she has something
they
different?
have different HUDs.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
weird.
weird. I feel like that game's was just 3 campaigns that they smashed together.
No, they all kind of. Well, I've only played 2 campaigns so far, and it seems like they all do have cool meeting points. Like it is. Like, as if they're built to be 3 different things completely, except for. Like, you can tell they're all Resident Evil stuff. They're not like fully different. I don't know, Dan. Like you've actually played all 3 campaigns, a bit of the start of each one. Are they actually like
Different enough.
nothing really changes that much?
No, there's a lot more like crazy gun combat in Chris and Piers.
Yeah.
Also, Piers' sniper rifle. I don't know who you're playing as.
Oh yeah, no, I was playing in my co-op partner, one of the dudes in the channel, MCP, had the sniper rifle, and the second he took that out, it was like one-shotting everything.
You don't even understand how imbalanced that gun is.
Really?
Because you can do that quick shot thing,
Yeah.
and that always hits. So really hard enemies that we're dealing with, there's those spider things that crawl around on the floor and ceiling and stuff.
Yeah.
In their like first chapter, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just quick shot and you'll just like kill one of them randomly. Like you may not even see it.
Really?
Because the way the camera's pulled in and stuff.
Son of a bitch.
And it's just instant
Well,
kill.
oh no, you're still at the start with Chris as well. I'm hoping because whenever did you play a lot of the Leon and what's her name?
We are
Helena?
We are at the beginning of chapter 3 on each campaign.
Okay, because what happens is it's not really a spoiler, but you know how Helena starts with the shotgun,
Yeah.
and you have with 2 pistols or whatever.
Yeah, she's got the Hydra.
You get a
thing.
shotgun later on. It's not the Hydra, but you do get like a shotgun. So it's like, hey, you can have a shotgun.
we have
too.
that.
Okay, so I'm hoping that in Chris's campaign it'll also be like, hey, you can have a you can have a sniper too, Chris. Like find one of these. That'd be really cool. One, because I actually do want to use a sniper rifle, but 2, because I've seen him just fucking annihilate things that have just not made sense. I'm like, I want that. So
I would like that one, please.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Are you guys having fun with it? Like, do you guys like want to go through it, or has it been kind of like, this is boring?
We were getting bored with Leon's.
Okay.
But the second we went into Chris and Piers, we were having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, because that seems more tailored to, because we played Resident Evil 5 all the way through together.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
So, I mean, that was a lot more fun.
Okay. I'll take over.
Yeah.
that.
So for those of you watching actually the video podcast, so you might see in the top right, we have a live feed from Dan's iPad that's going to be playing some games for you guys to watch. And yeah, so yeah, I don't know. What was boring for you for Leon's campaign?
I don't know. It just seemed to be moving really slow. We didn't really have any good guns.
It's not really spoilery to ask too much, but if you were 3 chapters in, like, what was
two chapters?
2 chapters?
We just started.
Oh, you
3.
started. Sorry, you started 3. So the second one, oh no, that's right. The chapters are hours. So never mind. I was gonna say how far, like, what part of the story? Because
after finding her friend. And dealing with that.
After that is when it actually starts getting kind of really good.
Okay, well, we stopped with that.
Okay.
Because we were so kind of bored with it and progressing slowly. We played it 3 Sundays in a row now. Okay? So, Sunday number 1 chapter of Leon's campaign. Sunday number 2, 2nd chapter of Leon's campaign. Sunday number 3 this week was 2 chapters of Chris's and 2 chapters of Jake's.
Okay.
So that's how like pumped we were to be playing those different storylines. And there's a cool, if you're playing it like a chapter at a time, like we've decided to start doing, you kind of get into the crossover stuff a little quicker and it keeps relevant.
Okay, yeah, I'd see
So
that
it's got
being
a little bit better of a flow if you're kind of integrating between everything as opposed to just...
Yeah, I almost feel like they should have had some sort of like canon order to play the chapters in, and I'm sure you could actually figure it out.
Well, actually, if you go when you do chapter select, I believe, it has all four timelines lined up, and the squares of the missions you can choose are in the timeline order.
Fantastic! I don't think we have that yet because we haven't beaten a campaign.
It's either in chapter select or it's in special features where I think you can.
That's cool that you can do that because I think we might either
actually I think I
tank through.
I think it's just
Chris's
the cutscenes.
Or, well, that will still tell you where the chapters are.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay. Sorry. Kind of penguined out here.
It serves the same purpose. So, yeah, I don't. It's weird. There's a lot more punching things in Jake's campaign. There's a lot more using awesome guns in Chris's campaign, and there's a lot more kind of like almost like sneaking and kind of walking around and stuff in Leon's. I don't know. They're very different and good on Capcom for making basically 3 different Resident Evil games in one. I
would say The thing is, because you've only played at the start of Leon's, pretty much the end of Leon's becomes pretty much like Chris's action-y. Not as intense though.
I thought I would find like the overall like shooter gameplay of Chris is weird. No, the campaign is awesome. That's my favorite one so far.
It's weird. There's some weird stuff like the cover system and like it is action-y, but the controls are not perfect. But I still feel like it feels cool and it still feels really fun. And especially if you're co-oping it, that game is still really awesome.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know. I still want to get back to that game. It's on the 360 and I'm playing mainly stuff on PC. So whenever I have free time, like I'll scroll through my Steam list and then I'll look over once I'm done playing for the day and it's like, fuck, right, Resident Evil 6. I got to get back on that. So I don't know.
Well, it's
I
good
still
because
haven't.
me and my brother have this like set. Like he's gonna come
Yeah.
over a certain time every Sunday, and we're just
Oh,
gonna
that's-
play that game.
That's nice.
So far we've kept up with it. So we'll get that done eventually.
Yeah, I still have to hopefully do that with. Well, I don't even know. I don't know if my co-op buddy has actually just gone on with the game because I felt really bad. I went on my 360 the other day to play some like Minecraft, and I had 6 messages by him, and I was like, Riccio, why aren't you on? Like, I want to play more Resident Evil. Like, Riccio, are you dead? Like, Riccio, you come. I was like, oh God, like,
What have you done?
I'm
You've
so
made him
sorry.
right.
And like, I instantly really felt like playing it, but it was ridiculously late at night, and I was like, oh fuck, like I want to put it in, but now I don't want to do it just in case it's like I play it. Then he's like, I waited for you. I'll be like,
I waited for you.
okay, well, I'm sorry. So I'm still gonna go back.
The
and play
one
it.
thing I'm interested to see is how it handles your like checkpoint and your ammo situation when you move between chapters like we've been doing, because so far we haven't gone back to Leon's or Chris's since continuing.
So you might have more or less.
Well, don't you really have one save point in total, like across all of them?
Yeah, but the
Oh.
game is so
Yeah.
made in a way that
Yeah.
it's not like you're upgraded a gun in a certain way.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
not like
campaigns.
5.
It's like,
Well, you-
okay, so there are fixed guns that you could have picked up at this point.
That's a good question because I mean, yeah, like in 5, like
And
you
the
had an
only
inventory.
one that I would be weirdly concerned about is Jake's, because there is a very clearly missable weapon there.
Oh.
But something happens in the story where that doesn't matter.
Okay.
So
Yeah, like I was saying, like for 5, like you had like a manageable inventory that would come with you everywhere, no matter when you'd come to it.
yeah.
Like you join people, you'd be like, but I had this, and this you don't. So that's a good question. I wonder.
So I wonder if they just start you with kind of like a default set,
Yeah.
which in our Chris and Piers game is like, yeah, that'd be great if we could start with some sort of default ammo,
Yeah.
because we are out of everything. I have like 3 bullets in the sniper rifle and 4 in this weird pistol machine gun hybrid.
what are you guys
and-
playing on anyway for difficulty?
No.
Normal. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Cool.
And,
what are
in-
the difficulties?
in
Is
the
there,
ca-
there's something
there's-
between professional and normal, or
Veteran.
Is veteran? Okay, that's what I'm. Yeah, okay.
So I'm playing as Leon and my brother's playing as Helena. Then he's playing as Chris and I'm playing as Piers.
Oh, nice.
and
So you had the
then,
sniper, you bastard.
Yeah. And then I'm playing as Jake and he's playing as Sherry. So
Not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
it feels really weird because I played Leon and Jake and they both have melee stuff.
Yeah.
Because Leon's got his knife and Jake has punching and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But then going from that into Piers, who's like,
Sniping.
I have this sniper rifle and can't really punch things or do anything impressive when I'm up close. And I'm like,
I just run.
so like I'd spend the entire campaign of that just like at the back of the room. So we'd get into a room, he'd just like run up with his knife and stuff and be all slidey and things. Also, it looks really dumb and hilarious in that game to do a backwards jump and slide around forward on your butt by pulling yourself with your feet. But that is actually a valid strategy to play that game because all the zombies swing for chest level, so they won't hit you while you're on
The
the
butt
ground
sliding
like
up upstairs is like the funniest looking.
that. Yeah,
thing.
we did that.
I love.
We noticed it because you can actually like circle strafe.
Yeah.
So we were like going sideways upstairs,
Oh man.
and yeah, that's pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
That game is fun for not the reasons you would want a Resident Evil game to be fun.
But it's
for,
fun, which is
but
important.
It is still fun.
Which is
so-
important. Which I like. There's so much negative stuff about that game that I played it and I was like, this is still really fun. Like, it sounds dumb to say like, oh, just approach it and don't think of it as a Resident Evil game, but it's
You got to have the right person
yeah.
who is also in it for the story. That's the criteria.
Or
there.
straight up in it just to have fun. So I mean, if you're looking just for a game to play like a co-op shooter, like not to put these on the same level. But let's say you're coming off Borderlands and you still want to co-op something, but for some reason Borderlands is like, okay, well I've done everything. It's still like a fun kind of like, even if you were to say like, okay, fuck the story, I just want to have a good time with my buddy, I'd still be able to have fun with that.
Yeah. We also have fun laughing at some of the weird like
Yeah.
logic choices
Yeah.
that characters take in that game.
Yeah.
How sometimes it's like, yo, clearly the path to take is punching this dumpster off this balcony and continuing across this catwalk, but you're running. Yeah, that's right, Devin. Yes. Anyways.
What? No.
Yes, that is exactly what it sounds like.
You punch a dumpster off of a fire escape.
No, it's
Off
just
a
like
roof.
like a catwalk.
Off a
thing.
catwalk.
the
How
mountains.
how did you get a dumpster onto a catwalk?
I don't know, but it
B,
like falls off into the distance and then you keep going.
all right,
What campaign is this?
Jake's.
Okay, that's why.
all right, whatever. Just Okay.
But then, like, you're in Chris's and Pier's campaign. It's like, okay, we're progressing down this hallway. There's 3 tables stacked in this hallway, so we have to take a detour and go around the rest of the floor.
We can't flip a table.
It's like, what? Why don't you...
I'm afraid of tables.
Chris, your muscles are as big as your head. Just push the table.
Could you imagine if Resident Evil put out like?
Have you? Okay, wait. Sorry.
No.
Some of the melee finishers in that game, are super fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Chris's are the best.
What? I remember seeing some that were cool, but
Okay, because Leon's got some like kind of different stabby things because he's got his nice. Piers has some like standard, just like punches and kicks and stuff. Jake's got some cool flippy things that he does.
Okay.
And then Sherry and Helena are kind of just like punches and kicks, just like Piers.
Okay.
Chris is like, he's got amnesia at the beginning of his campaign, right?
Yeah.
So he's just like a fucking soldier. He is in there like breaking dudes' necks and like choking them and stuff. And it's like, what the fuck, Chris? What are you doing?
You have some dark past.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, it's not really that dark. You've been killing zombies your whole life, but then he's just like,
It's darkness.
snapping dudes' necks. And it's like, I don't know. It's kind of awesome. They really kind of make each character feel
Somewhat
different.
yeah.
At least the main ones.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say that.
That's not bad.
It is really interesting to play that game as either Chris or Leon because they have their knives.
Yeah.
No other characters have knives.
I never actually used the knife though.
Dude, you could play the entire game that way.
Because I did just like the right trigger with no gun up does the kick.
Yeah.
I've just played it like that. If I was going melee, like, that's what I would do.
No, you can do all kinds of like quick cuts and like
Really?
diving around people and knifing while you're jumping and like.
Oh my God.
So whoever's playing as the
What?
knife character is usually like up in the zombies' shit, just like messing them up with the knife.
I feel like I couldn't do
sliding
that.
around and stuff.
I feel like I couldn't do that in Better End though. I probably would have gotten someone
maybe.
messed up.
Probably get 'em
That
fucked
sounds
up.
ridiculously fun. But yeah.
But none of the other characters have knives. Like Jake can do kind of punches stuff, but it's just a way for him to do melee without using up his stamina meter.
Okay.
It's no more powerful than.
Oh,
the
so you're saying
kicks.
you like equip his fists?
Yeah.
All right.
What?
But it's a way to get that melee damage in without spending that stamina.
Oh,
bar.
okay.
Okay.
So it's the same damage, but it's equipped. So.
Fair enough.
And then Sherry has a stun baton, the electrified like rod.
Okay, that's
thing,
cool.
So
Yeah, that was in 5 and
yeah.
other ones.
And then Piers and Helena have no melee, except for the like kicks.
Okay, so I was gonna say if they can't even melee at all, that would suck.
Well, no, they can do that basic like right trigger with no weapon up thing, but that's it. They don't have anything else.
Okay.
So
That's
they're
still really
the
good.
hanging back characters. But we've played through entire sections of Jake and Sherry's just like
Punching shit.
punching dudes. Like,
That was
yeah.
fun. Actually, now you make me want to play more.
seeing your co-op partner, I'm guessing you're playing as the first player in
Yeah.
all of yours? Okay, so you're never going to have the experience of watching, like, you're in the back with a sniper, like, training a shot on a guy, and having my brother run up as Chris and just, like, slice the dude up and, like, run out of your scope view. And it's like, oh, all right, well, find
Saves
another
me
guy,
a
I
rat.
guess.
Saves me a bullet.
It's really not a Resident Evil game.
No.
It's not.
Yeah.
But it's still fun.
It starts off like it though, and at least Leon's campaign. Then it's whatever.
I think to appreciate that game, you have to start with Leon's campaign and then
Yeah.
get into the other ones.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah. Anyway, you've been playing anything else other than Resident Evil?
I've been playing Hotline Miami.
Yes.
I
we
played
talk
that.
about?
I played that tonight.
Everybody who's hearing this, check out the dry run for that on
Oh,
YouTube.
it's so
That
good.
game is so good.
I am on chapter 12 or 13. I can't remember which one, but
Okay.
I think I'm on like 6.
that game is really good up until a certain thing at the end of a chapter,
Okay.
which I won't spoil for you guys because I want you to feel my destructive frustration hate at that part.
Do you
when
want to
we get
explain
there.
what chapter number it's at, or do you
It's
want
the end
to
of chapter 11, I
Yes,
think.
okay.
I think it's either 11 or 12. That's a weird fuzzy
Yeah.
area because I was throwing things while I was playing it.
So I still haven't even gone that far, but I have been playing it too. And that game's soundtrack,
This is good.
does it ever stop being good, Dan?
It actually loops through about 4 or 5 of the same
Okay.
tracks as you go through levels.
Still good.
But then for certain parts,
Hydrogen. Man.
like they have boss battles and stuff
Oh,
Alright.
really?
as you get further in.
okay.
Well, that's crazy.
And it's actually like traditional boss battle where you have to like figure out the trick and like
Oh, did Devin just go, yo, that's crazy.
Totally did.
Oh, man.
That's cray.
Go on, Dan. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
boss
like
battles?
traditional boss battles, and you have
Jeez.
to like kind of have to figure out what the trick is.
Okay.
The part I'm talking about is, I guess you could consider it a boss battle,
Okay.
but it is straight up bullshit for 100% of it. And the only reason that it's bullshit is because every time you die and restart, it randomizes weapons that are on the floor. And the entire
really?
purpose of this part is undoable without picking up a gun that's on the floor in this room. So there would be entire sequences where I would get past the tough first part,
Yeah.
and there would be no gun in the room.
Oh God.
And so it's just like,
terrible.
the fuck am I supposed to do? And it's like
Throw bats.
2 state. No,
Yeah, you could.
because of the enemies you have to fight.
Oh, really?
So no.
Okay. Is this the part
okay.
you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The rest of the game is super fair and balanced, and you have to kind of like figure out your way through it and stuff, and you can kind of puzzle it out. But this is just like, I don't even like.
That really is making me scared to play that game.
It's
But in
just
the
that
other
one
hand-
part. I've gotten past it and beat
Yeah.
it and continued, and it's
Okay.
back to being good
It's
again.
back to being real good.
But just that one part is just like,
Okay.
Fills you with rage.
this game. Why are you doing this?
Have you finished it, or did you stop after
No,
that?
I'm in a chapter or 2 after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, not bad.
I still want to play a lot more of it because it is really cool and really fun, and yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
like
I'm really enjoying it as well. Actually, it's really good. It's one of those recommend kind of ones.
You
that
guys, I hope you guys like understand that part when you get to it.
I'm gonna be like really sad if I get there, or I get
And
to
it
the
just
point.
kills the whole
no,
game for you?
No, or if I get to the point where the credits start rolling, and then I talk to you next, and I'm just like, Dan,
What do you?
what part? Like, and then you'll just be like, and then I will die. That'll be it. I'm just gonna.
Oh man.
Hey, Riccio, I don't remember you having a fist through your face. That's odd. Riccio, and then that's it.
What happened?
And then in the meantime, it's like, I don't know, it's a fucking song. But anyway, it's just, you'll be just blaring the music and whatever. I don't know what I'm getting at. You're gonna murder me, but that's fine. But yeah, no.
You are going to know the part because
Okay.
the beginning of it will scare the shit out of you. That's what I'm saying. Not in like a
Okay.
not a scare, maybe more like a startled,
All right.
but
Like a whoo instead of a ah.
like a, oh, what just happened kind of thing.
Okay.
It'll be really quick, and then you'll understand how to like progress after that.
Okay.
But it will make you like jump in your seat. You'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Okay.
It is upon the completion of a level, basically.
All right.
So
All right. I'll make sure that I'll have you on speed text. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's something. It's like speed dial, but text. Speed text, and be like, damn, what the fuck is wrong with this? And then you'll just be like, reach out.
no, because you're going to be casting it, so I'm
Okay.
going to be watching.
Okay, great,
I
great.
gotta watch your hate.
So then just fist through the webcam. That'd actually be impressive.
Yeah.
The webcam smaller than my fist. Anyway, I still want to play the shit out of that game. I don't care if it's gonna get me pissed. I say that now, but I don't
No,
care.
I'm saying it's just that one part so
and then
far.
okay. Well, I'm still gonna play it. But yeah, I can't believe that for like a random out of nowhere $10 game on Steam. Fucking amazing. Like,
How
what
did
is
that
that?
get hyped so much?
It was a couple of Game Press people talking about it on Twitter that started it, and then everyone started talking about it, and then
After
Because that
we
must
picked it
have.
up. It was all the day we recorded the dry run was like the day that all that stuff happened.
Yeah. But what's weird is after reading a bit more on it, apparently this is something that's been known and people have been waiting for this for like fucking months, if not years, of just like, when is this coming out? It's going to be on Steam. Like, and I was like reading forums that, and I was like, whoa, this has been like,
This has been a long time coming.
This
Yeah.
has been a thing.
yeah, but that's,
Where we just
and I'm glad that,
rolled into it.
I'm glad that it's getting the attention it gets. I mean, like, look at us. We didn't know about it till it was out, and then suddenly it's just like amazing, and a lot of people seem to be picking up according to Twitter. I'm kind of really glad that it's getting that attention because
Yeah.
it is fucking awesome. So.
Did you say it gets really trippy later on, Dan?
There's some trippy bits. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is
The
it?
part I'm talking about has nothing to do with trippiness, though.
Okay. That's cool.
Cool.
It is like a legitimate thing that you have to fight through. And the first time it appears, it will startle you into jumping out of your chair.
Oh, okay.
When you say jumping out of my chair, I picture that video of the dude who tries to get a guy to play Screamer, and he gets so pissed he puts a fist through his monitor.
Oh, yeah.
Or scared, not pissed. I just don't want to. That's not going to happen, right?
I hope not.
No. It's just like a.
I-
No. You will know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to explain it any further.
Dan, remember that podcast that we talked about where I was talking about a horror game? If this game is like, yo, the game just shuts down, I'm like, oh, okay, I guess it's closed. And then its face appears on my desktop and screams at me and looks like it's reaching out trying to get to me.
It is
that
not,
happen to
It is
you?
not like
Thank God.
that.
Thank God. Okay. Well, good.
Also, did that happen to you?
No. I'm still waiting.
This was our speculation.
Yeah, this is
of
our speculation.
Possible future horror games.
If that's what Dead Space 3 on PC does, where it's just like you shut down and you're doing your stuff and it just like pops up, it's like, Isaac! I'd be like, what the fuck? I'm gonna become an outside person. I'm gonna go do some outside stuff.
I'm going to take up a sport.
I'm gonna do snow baseball.
Snow baseball.
It's where you snowboard in baseball.
No, this is
Intense.
like.
But no.
This is in game. It's not a trippy part. It is like basically a boss battle, and it is just super frustrating.
Cool.
But
All right, well, I'll guess it.
feel. I will give it that you do feel a sense of
Accomplishment.
But for me, that was mixed with like, fuck, I
Anger.
finally beat this, but fuck you.
Impotent rage.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Nice. Well, I know a lot of games are starting
I've played that and mobile games.
I
this
truly
week,
just
so-
picture you staring at your like TV.
Liz
just
can actually
screaming
verify the
fuck
things
at
that
it.
I have yelled because she was sitting there on her computer beside me this entire time. She was like, "Why are you getting so fucking angry?" And I'm like, "This fucking part, you don't understand."
I have a similar experience this week with someone like that.
All right, that's a perfect segue.
So I
So,
started...
Riccio, you happened to get Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Oh, yeah. No, it's totally the most wanted game out this week, for sure. That sounded really weird. Anyway, the way I said that. Anyway, yeah, no, I got Meep for Speed. Need for Speed Most Wanted on the PC.
Meep meep.
And
I'm a motorist.
I have so many mixed emotions about this game.
It feels weird. The 20 minutes
you
I
guys
played
recorded
of
a
it,
dry run,
We
right?
recorded a
Yeah.
dry run. That'll be going up soon.
it feels
but
fucking weird.
yeah, but okay, so hold on. So I started up the game, and I was really excited because I was like, you know what, this looks sick. It's made by Criterion. I'm expecting it to be somewhat like the Borderlands, the Burnout series, but only because I know Hot Pursuit Hot Pursuit, which was the other new one they made, had kind of like weird turning, but that game was kind of like along outside roads.
That was like more drifty.
and I was like,
oh,
okay, that's fine. And
it
then
was like take a corner, drift, boost out of the corner.
Yeah.
just
but there
keep
was no
doing
like
weird,
crazy
sneaky
fucking
things.
like traffic things to dodge. Like there was traffic, but there's no like insane like cutting through like four-way stops and going and like it was
No, it was like
So-
I'm on a mountain road,
Yeah.
and I can see that there's a
Yeah.
car
So-
about 2 kilometers up this
yeah.
road.
So having played that and then going to this, I was like, okay, it's still by Criterion, so I'm expecting a bit more Burnout Paradise, where if you tap like the trigger, you'll drift and you'll have kind of not complete control, but you can do like maybe a U-turn really easy or handbrake it and then have like no trouble. So I approached the game like that and started playing it. Quickly was totally just pooped on by the fact that I could not turn with most of the starting cars. Like, yes, you can hit the handbrake, but then you lose like all your speed, and then whatever, you're going sideways and it's still going slow and crappy, and you end up hitting everything. The easiest way for me to describe what the drifting feels like in this game is playing Mario Kart, and you hit that jump button, and then you slide, but you're like going diagonal almost. And you have no control, like, oh, I want to turn a bit to the left, but I can kind of slide, but it doesn't.
when you're trying to snake.
Snake, yeah. So, except for you can't just keep hopping in this game, obviously. But so you're sliding sideways, and then you're seeing this oncoming car, and you're like, there's nothing I can do. I can hit the handbrake and then go to 0, which, by the way, in this,
Even if you like get out of the drift
Yeah.
and boost out of it, the
you're
car
fucked. Like, yeah. Which I will say, by the way, this game kind of does like, yo, the turning's going to be kind of hard, because, like, when you're going fast, it kind of makes sense that you can't do, like, a perfect turn. Like, I get that. However, the game's also, I guess, really arcadey too. But I mean, like, if it's trying to hit like certain simulation-y things,
Yeah.
I fucking really hate how you can go like, I'm going 300 kilometers per hour because I switched that stuff to Canadian. No, going 300 kilometers.
better.
Well, yeah, 300 kilometers per hour. You hit the brake, and you're slowing down. You hit handbrake. You go to fucking 0 in like a second. It's like you stop. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, okay.
I don't think that's how real life works.
You do slide a little bit, but I mean, like, it's just kind of. There's some really wonky stuff with the driving. It feels really weird. Also, I don't know. Like,
You have it on PC, right?
you have it on PC,
Okay, all right.
which also the performance is kind of weird on the PC.
Which you think is odd.
Yeah, I think it might be a driver issue or something, but I had to play it on like almost low to get 60 frames ish, and when you look off into the distance and you see the city, it just like shits itself. It's kind of weird, but there's a lot of stuff that I hate about it. The difficulty is one thing. Starting off, each car that you get, which you can find all around the city, which is fun. If you drive around, you can be like, oh, I found a better car, and I'm going to use this one instead. But every car that you find, you have to do missions to unlock better parts for them, such as nitrous, transmission, tires, body, everything that makes stuff drive way better. I'm not a huge car person.
Are they like challenge missions?
Nope, they're the races.
Okay.
They're actual races, and you do that to unlock it. But you have to get in first or second to get most of them. So you can pick different cars, but every time you have to re-get that stuff. So let's say you get nitrous in one car. If you go to another car, you have to re-get nitrous for that car, which is fine. But a lot of the missions are sometimes too hard to even unlock one item, or maybe so you need to get
the missions scaled to the car, or
yes.
are they?
Yes, they're scaled.
So the better the car, the harder the mission.
Yes. So if you start with the shittier,
Maybe that's your own damn fault.
Kind
not
of
being good enough
play
to
with
handle
shit
the good
cars.
Kind of, except for the car that it started me
Play
off
with
with.
the fire and you got burned.
Yeah, but the car that it started me off with, like, totally destroyed me. And what happened is I got into a race, and the reason I don't like it is because let's say you go to a mission, it's like, okay, now you got nitrous, it's the easy mode race, and then you go to another one, it's like, okay, you can get better transmission, and if you come in second, but if you come in first, you get the transmission and the body, which kind of gives you aerodynamic, some weird shit. It's almost paced in a way that you're gonna fail the first time, but just make second, so that you have to replay that same race again and then hit first. So it's kind of
You can always come back to it.
You can always come back to it, yes, except for the way that this game works is that if you don't have those, like if you don't bring your car to the top of the line, you are just gonna get destroyed. But because like the most wanted race, so what happens is you get points for doing every race, no matter what you do, even drifting or doing challenges, and you slowly unlock most wanted races, which are going against the top 11 most wanted cars to get to number 1, which is the story.
The story in the racing game.
Yeah, so there's that. And
is it Razor Callahan?
No, actually, there's none of that. I wish there was.
He doesn't steal your amazing car at the beginning.
No. Okay, so I still have some like random things to explain.
Are there any characters, or is it like Hot
no.
Pursuit, where it's just like, yo, there's the police, and then there's this weird society of race car drivers?
No, there's none of that. There's
the Illuminati.
There's this town has the best racers, and then every time you go up to a car, there's just like, yo, look at this sweet ass graphic of like a car shattering windows, and then the car is a window and it's shattering, and then there's blur, and then race, and it's like, I don't know who I'm. Okay.
Yeah, that was really weird
So
when we played today, where it was like, there was a section where cop cars were flipping and exploding, and then it was like, yo, race. It was like,
there were some pretty fucking awesome transitions in Hot Pursuit. There's one in specific that's I guess a decently early race, but it's where you're a cop and you're trying to chase these couple racers, and in the opening cutscene you take a couple of them down, but then you're chasing one and he drifts off onto a dirt road, and the cop car turns to like follow him and drifts off the road, and it's still in like cinematic mode, but then the car zooms off and the cop car zooms right past the camera. Then the camera just pulls up a little bit and you're playing and you're already going. And I'm like, let's catch this motherfucker.
Yeah. There are times like that in this one too, but there's also a lot of weird wonky ones, like one that we saw today on the dry run, which if you guys go check it out, you understand what we mean. It's just like, evade the cops, but the video is like the traffic driving normal speed and then cops crashing into the camera angle, but in slow motion, flipping. And just like going really slowly, but traffic's still going normal speed. And it's like, and like another one will crash in. But it's almost like the angle that they're coming in from is like the Incredible Hulk throwing them on screen.
Yeah, I honestly made the comment.
Because there's two different buildings. Or you're on a bridge, so there's no way for them to come off like from those directions. But they're coming from like the off side of the bridge. Anyway, and then what it does is it zooms you back to where you are, which is like in this park. It's like not related. Let's just cops.
Yo, shit.
And you're being
happens.
chased. I'm like, what? Okay. So that stuff's kind of weird. But
cops get roughed up.
Speaking of the cops, though,
what's the name of the city?
I do not remember.
It's not Paradise City.
It's no,
it's not.
It's
why do I want to play this game?
I forget what it is.
You don't.
But what really bothers me about it is the cops. You've played Most Wanted, obviously the old one.
Yeah, I got about halfway through.
Okay, so you know how.
And then I watched Stuart get the other halfway through.
So there was the slow motion in that game,
Yeah.
and there was the cop breakers or the crash breakers,
Pursuit breakers.
Pursuit breakers. Okay, those are not in this game, and it's almost like they're fucking necessary to have. Plus, in that game, say there was a police. What is that? The line
Blockade.
Thank you.
Roadblock.
Thank you. Even better. It had like a tip like, yo, hit the back end of their car because that's not where the engine is, which means it's lighter, so you can push your way through roadblocks if you need to hit it.
What are you talking about? The one place you're supposed to hit in the roadblock is where they put up the
signs.
a wooden sign.
Yeah. So they still have that, but there was also, if ever they didn't have a sign, there'd be you'd hit the ass end because it told you like it's a lighter side, so you can normally bash your way through that. So in this one, I'm approaching it like that. Every time you touch a cop car that is like parallel, like sometimes if you graze a tire, you can like get by and they'll like explode off in like the distance spinning and shit. But like if you hit like the trunk, if you hit the front, if you hit anything, it's you're dead. Like it just brings you into this slow motion crash destruction thing like you normally have in a Burnout game. But because they're licensed cars, it's like, yo, your windshield is like cracking and your car is bending a bit, but nothing's like in Burnout, you have like the fucking window shattering and the glass is bouncing
all the
everywhere.
little metal pieces and stuff
sparks
are flying out, and the car is like squished, and there's no way this fucking thing can drive again because the front tires are fucking gone.
And the squishing too, like how it dent, and it'd be like, yo, check out this dent. And this is just like, yo, you're hitting, check out that shit shattering, and you're kind of flipping.
I have a very important question about this game. Is there ever a point where you were fucking just like bombing it down a street, and you take a corner and you hit like the hitbox of a circular object, and your car just like fucking shaves off the side and just like you fucking crash and like explode? Does that ever happen? That happened a lot to me in Burnout.
There's no exploding in the crashing.
I know, but
Is
there ever points where you hit boxes of things and just like
when you say hitboxes of things like
wreck? Like you wouldn't think like stupid little things.
Everything.
Great.
Usually if your side mirror touch something, your car just fucking explodes. When I say fucking explodes, I mean like will flip and then land upside down and then whatever. And you know how in Burnout, if ever you land on your tire, sometimes you could have a drive away? This game does that for almost everything related with cops. So let's say you hit a roadblock and it just stops you dead in your track. It's like, oh, look at this crash for like 6 or 7 seconds. Oh, that looks really cool, doesn't it? By the way, you better start driving because you're getting busted. Like, right, just get the fuck out. And you're like, you can't move. And you're like, what the fuck is it? And just it's really irritating, especially when everything causes a slowdown. Like, or when I say slow down, like you hit something and it does a slow motion camera. So you're driving, you like nudge a car, suddenly your car's flipping in slow motion. Like, I don't know what I did to cause this,
explosion.
But why are you happening? Or you take a corner and you're like drifting and the back tire hits it, but you don't crash. You just slam against the wall kind of too hard. And it's like, yo, you're crashing. Your windows are cracking. But there's never any shattering or breaking. And I'm just like, this is kind of really dumb. And that bugs the shit in me. So it's like you're constantly like, and it's like, drive away. Especially when you hit a cop car. And it's like
Reapers are invading.
But no, you go to hit a cop car and it slows down, and then you're kind of like getting a view from behind, and you're seeing this cop car going like fucking like 150 miles per hour towards you, and then it like, okay, start driving away. It's like, all right, sweet, now I'm flipping, and then I'm landing, and okay, let's start driving away again. Like it's.
So this is more of. So are the cops not like they are in Hot Pursuit, where they're like calling in things to take you down, and you've got like EMPs and stuff?
No, they can do roadblocks.
I really liked that about Hot Pursuit, because it was like
it
wasn't just like you were racing and trying to get away from the cops. You were like in a battle with the cops. This was like a car battle game.
No,
almost.
It's back to like being
the first time a fucking cop helicopter shows up in Hot Pursuit, that was like a oh shit moment, because it like flies right over you and you're just like, what the fuck is that sound? Helicopter level 2.
I'm fucked now.
Like to right now so far, I think Hot Pursuit is a much better game. But the thing is, like, I bitch about a lot of this stuff. But the thing is, like, once you get one car, like, okay. Also, the difficulty of the levels, it took me like an hour and a half to beat like the first 3 levels of the game and start unlocking stuff. But once I had stuff unlocked for one of my cars, which actually got really decent, and it could hit top speeds and get really fast really quick, it got really fun. Except for
it's the grind that you didn't like.
Yeah, the grind I didn't like, but like once everything starts kind of getting into place and it gets really fun, because then when you do dodge things and you get close to near misses, everything feels really good. The soundtrack is really awesome. It always seems to be fitting exactly what's going on, which is really great. As well as the look of the game is fantastic if you do bump it up. But stupid things like actually the pursuits are the worst. because cops always seem to be going as fast as your car, and then when you finally do get away, it's like you should hide, or you get to a repair station, which will change the color of your car, and then hey, you got away. Except for you can get away, drive for like 5 minutes in it, like I don't know, maybe not 5 minutes, but like 2-3 minutes in another direction, get back into the city, go into like a parking garage and park at the top one and just hang out, and then you'll just see on your mini map one little like white arrow, which is the cop, and it's coming. And then it stops the garage, and it slowly starts making its way up. You're like, what the fuck? Like, how do you... And then it, like, gets to the top. It's like, oh, look, we found you. Go start running away again. It's like, what? And it's always... Or you're just driving super fast, going in the complete opposite direction, and you just have, like, a car coming at you already, and you're in cooldown mode, and it's already got its sirens on. It's like, yo, you're over here. And it just ruins it. And it makes every pursuit last, like, 20 minutes of just annoyingness, where the point... Once I hit like 10-minute mark, I just stop. I'm just like, bust me. Because you don't lose money, you don't lose points, you don't lose anything. In fact,
actually
you make points.
You get points for it.
Yeah, it's like you got caught 5 times, challenge milestone, here's 500 points. It's I don't know. That game is really fucked.
That's weird.
Yeah. But it's fun when it is working. It's really, really awesome.
Some weird systems in there.
And the multiplayer is kind of weird. I don't know what to say about it anymore because it worked today, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it.
It does like Burnout, where you have to all meet at one place when you normally do challenges. Except for what happened is the first time I played, I had to wait 5 minutes for the last person. It's a 12-player game. And all 11 of us...
That's a lot of players for a racing game.
Yeah.
Normally it's like 8.
Yeah. But yeah, so all 11 of us were waiting at the place, except for one dude, and we waited forever, like 4 or 5 minutes for this dude to arrive, and he never came, so I had to leave the game because it wasn't like teleporting
What the fuck?
Except for today when we played, it teleported him. So
yeah, it's just like randomly teleported.
Okay. So... I guess it kind of works, but when it is working, having 12 people, like you're saying, driving and smashing into shit and doing some crazy shit, that game is awesome.
We had a crazy jump thing that we had to do today. That was
it's not all races, so there's
it was
jump
weird.
distances, speeds, all this crazy stuff. So, but the game is fun. It's this weird love-hate relationship with it, where it feels like shit, and I get really angry at it, and then when it starts feeling good, it's like, yeah, you know what, I feel it now. This is good. This is sick. And then it doesn't maintain it, and then I get angry, then it gets good again. It's like, all right, yeah, let's keep going. It's weird. But I can't help but want to play more of it to hit those high moments. Because it does feel awesome when you're like drifting around a corner and it like starts a cop car race thing, and you're like, oh shit, and you dodge it. Then you go to like a fucking roadblock and like miss it by like just a little bit, and then like you look behind, you see all the cop cars like smash into it. And then like a fucking racer who's also coming like hit it and like fly through everything, and just like, it's cool. And the music's just like going with it, and you're like, it's good. It's good. In fact, the weird thing is, mostly...
Are there any like parts where you feel like James Bond?
Because
not some parts in Hot Pursuit made me feel like...
Yeah, none of that in this so far. But
I think I want this game then.
The weird thing is, in most racers or something, when you go fast, like the sound would maybe fade away or sound like it's like you're breaking the sound barrier or something.
Yeah.
And this, when you hit NOS or nitrous, it like bumps up the subwoofer, and it's just like, yeah, you're fucking doing it. And it's like it's just like, and I don't know. The music is like nice and loud.
Everything has bass boosts on.
Yeah, everything just gets like insane. Like, yo, you're fucking racing, and that feels really cool. But yeah, I don't know. That game, I don't know what to say about that game. That game's really cool. But yeah, that's Most Wanted. I guess get it maybe, but I don't know.
Would you rate it a yes or a maybe?
It would depend on the mood. If you're in for like Dark Souls racing, you go for it.
Dark Souls racing.
However, unlike Paradise, if you fail like an event or you just want to fucking restart, you can hit start and retry, and it'll drive you back to where you were. So I can't complain about that. Because in Burnout Paradise, you could go for like a 10-minute race from one end of the map to the other, and then fail it and be like,
and then drive back to the other side.
Let's drive.
It especially sucks for anything that ended on the west side of the map, because there's like, normally I just like, all right, well, I'll grab another race while I'm out here or whatever. But the west side of the map, there's like 3 races.
Yeah. Also, there has been a James Bond moment. I was playing multiplayer, and you unlock things like nitrous and tires and all that stuff, but it unlocks it on the go. So it's like, yo, you crashed into a guy, you got 5 of 10 or 10 of the ones you needed. Here's some nitrous, or here's some awesome tires. And you can it's like the D-pad menu, but you can flip it while you're driving. So it's like, yo, you unlock better tires in a body. And I was like, sweet. I'm just driving, I'm like, beep, beep. And all here's like, and it's like changing while you're going. Like, there's no graphic detail to it, but it does the sound. And then suddenly, like, I got traction now. I'm like, what the fuck? And that felt really cool. But
that's cool.
That was pretty much it. When you're in pursuits, though, you can't change it. But if you're just racing, I think you
And
can.
you can't like fight off the cops. You just kind of have to run.
Yeah, you just gotta run.
That's
You can
trash.
crash into them. But you can also change cars while you're going. So you can just be like, oh, I need a different... In multiplayer, it'll just kind of like flip the car. Like it'll just fade to black, fade up, and you're back in... But you're in another car. When you're in single player, to like teleport you to where you can jack into that car. But you can just switch cars on the fly. You don't have to go to a garage or anything either. So there are improvements compared to Paradise, but... Anyway.
Some not improvements as well.
It's weird. I don't know. The game's crazy. Like I said, I don't understand why I like things about it, but then I hate it, and I just want to play more. But that makes me angry. So it's a good way to get anger out, I guess. You can smash things. I just want to smash better.
Speaking of smashing things,
Go on.
in a love-hate relationship, I finished Medal of Honor.
I still not finished that.
Warfighter.
I still have not finished that. Is it good? Is it worth going through?
Nah.
Nah?
It's kind of left indifferent, to be honest with you on it. I enjoyed some parts of it,
Okay.
but then again, that whole... I picked up a controller again and started playing with the controller, and it was just wonky and weird again.
Gross.
And so I was very unsure of my thoughts on that game, and I'm still feeling very unsure on my thoughts on that game. It's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like it or not, to be honest with you. I'd have to go through and play through it again to really get an opinion on it. I don't know. It felt good for most of it, and then I took like a couple of days to step away from it, and I played it again, and I was like, this just feels weird again.
Every time I go back and play the multiplayer, it always feels awesome, but I haven't actually gone back to the single player since my first outing, I guess, with it.
Yeah.
I can say that it really broke the way it felt like it was made once I had to restart a level because of a
that thing
glitch.
Fucking pisses me off.
So,
because it is the checkpoints in that game
yeah.
are not after every combat event. So you've played this part where it's a chase on a guy. You're chasing him through.
In a car?
No. There's a van part after the chase.
No, I have no idea what you know.
You showed me screenshots of it.
What?
You're
the
playing
car part?
No, you're playing as Preacher. Surprise.
I don't remember who
And
Preacher is.
You're chasing after a dude who's running through a whole bunch of slums in Pakistan.
Are you talking about Modern Warfare 2?
I haven't done that.
Really? No, this is Medal of Honor Warfighter.
I've never done that.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you showed me screenshots of it.
No.
No, not now. Not yet.
All right. Anyways,
Okay.
you're chasing after this guy who
I haven't played this in a while.
you're chasing after a guy who keeps calling out groups of dudes out of houses to fight you,
Okay.
and they do it in bouts of about 6 groups or so.
Okay.
Before the dude takes off again. And even then, the checkpoints, the way that they're scheduled, they're not frequent enough. So I got through probably about maybe 8 sets of these groups of guys coming out of buildings to take you on. And I just happened to get shot by a random bullet and dropped.
Okay.
And I had to restart about 40 minutes back. So
What?
I don't know if it fucked up a checkpoint or something for me, but it was 40 minutes of me playing a game, and then I had to go back 40 minutes.
Weird.
And
That sounds like it probably just in like
And-
one of the checkpoints fucked up, and then it just never did it again.
And just I had to fucking replay through the whole thing.
That kind of sucks.
It was fucking brutal because there were a couple of parts where I got lucky and dropped a whole bunch of people with a grenade when they came out, but I had to play through the whole section again and make fucking sure that I got all the guys properly, and I had to wait for this dude to pop up because I knew where he was coming from, so I had to wait for him to pop up before I could drop him.
Literally similar to that when I had like a
Fucking the game is scratching my Battlefield itch for sure, because it feels like Battlefield, but it's just in tighter quarters, and you know, it's nice that way.
yeah.
But like now that I'm done that campaign, I am just wanting to forget about it. There's no urge for me to continue and play that game more. I want to forget about it and just pretend it never.
You make it sound like it's destroyed you in some way that I
No,
feel really
it
bad.
hasn't destroyed me, but I just don't. If I'm gonna go play another shooter, I'll play my Modern Warfare 3 again. Like like
Water Warfare.
my Water Warfare,
Water Warfare.
Water Warfare 3. But yeah, no, I don't know. I found it lackluster and just kind of blah.
I kind of didn't mind it because it did feel really good going through it. But like you said, like once the game glitched on me and I had to restart a level and then going back through it and seeing like, okay, this guy always runs there. Okay, this guy always runs here.
It breaks it.
It's
Really,
like, oh,
it really destroys the illusion for you.
it just it like shows you really like, hey,
You're really
this game doesn't really have that much dynamic stuff. It's
yeah,
kinda,
which is it's really scripted. I found that some of the parts felt really good when I was doing it, but nothing really was like, yeah, okay, great, awesome. Like, let's go clear another room. It's kind of like, all right, shooting gallery. These guys are gonna pop up here.
Okay.
All right, shoot them. All right, away we go. Like, that's how I felt. There's one part where you're honestly in a shooting gallery.
Really?
I shit you not. You're in a fucking gun range shooting dudes.
Does it go to like I feel like I want to say like it's gonna go like Black Ops 2 and go to Cowboy Times.
Fuck. Like, yeah, it's...
How long is that game?
I think it took me about 6 hours. Not even.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like, it's decently short.
Mm.
Like, it's not a overly long game. And yeah, I have still not touched the multiplayer on it because I don't know anybody else except for Riccio who owns that game.
It's still fun to pop on solo, actually, to be honest, because it always teams you up with one other dude, like a fire team partner or whatever,
Yeah.
or whatever. But that's always really fun.
So it's always squads of 2.
No, it's an 8-on-8, I think, but you're always
partnered with a guy.
partnered. Like you and this one dude have a special bond. That makes
No,
any
yeah,
sense.
that's what I meant.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. You're always partnered with someone
It's like
else.
the
though.
squads in Battlefield 3, but it's
Yeah.
2 instead
Yeah,
of
okay,
4.
yeah,
Same kind of thing.
exactly. So yeah, it's like that, which is really cool. But
Another thing that really bothers me about the Medal of Honor Warfighter is you can't... Everything's really scripted, like with the AI too. For instance, like I wanted to breach a door, which I obviously knew we were going to go through the door. I had to wait for my teammates to roll up before I could before I could even get in position. And they were across the map. So I had to wait 3 minutes for them to walk across the map. Just because I happened to roll through and flank all of the AI components, like all the AI bad guys, take them all out, and I had to wait for them to roll up.
that kind of sucks.
So it was
You could have just like messed around, just like sprinted and like dolphin dived, or like waited for him to drive up and go like, "Meep Meep, we're here."
like, it was, I don't know. Game's weird. I'm not really sure where I fully stand on it because it is scratching that perfect itch for me, but I don't know. It's really weird on it. It's not bad.
I just don't like how you describe this. It's gonna scratch my itch.
No,
I went to the doctor and he's like, "Hey, you could rub this dust stuff on it and make it feel better, or you could go play some more
Medal-
Warfare."
yeah.
I mean, you're Medal of Honor, Warfighter.
What's the abbreviation for that game? Mo?
Mao.
Mao.
Mao?
Mao.
Yeah.
Play some
Why?
Mao?
Why is there a in the-
Mao.
'Cause
Mao?
there's an H.
Mao.
no war?
Warfighter.
Medal of Honor.
What the hell? Zangief is the main character.
Fuck, I play that game.
Grappling dudes in the war. But yeah, I don't know. I want to play more of that. I think it was kind of cool. Multiplayer is definitely the thing that I like. It's the kind of thing that I really enjoy up until Black Ops 2 comes out. Then I'll be like, okay, well, I could play
Well,
more
I'm done.
Warfare, or I could do something that's similar that probably feels a bit tighter. Not that Medal of Honor's multiplayer sucks. It's really good, except for these little things that you're like, I wish that was a little bit tighter. Like, I wish that worked just like that little bit more. And just because Call of Duty's been out for so long, and it's kind of, not to say like I'm expecting Call of Duty tightness. Ugh, what the fuck is that? Anyway, like oh, I'm gonna prone and for sure like this is
You
gonna
can
work. It's
only
like,
play
oh,
Modern Warfare 3 online right now.
Modern
FYI.
Warfare, trippity top.
what do you mean?
The servers, because of the hurricane.
Oh.
Yeah, everything but Modern Warfare 3 is broken right now. You can't play Call of Duty online.
Oh, I thought you meant like anything, like even Halos and all that shit.
No, just anything Call of Duty and some Guitar Hero stuff.
Oh wow. Oh, so Activision servers got
Yeah.
checked out.
Yeah, they got-
Damn.
Apparently, the only ones still up are Modern Warfare ones. So I don't know if they just delegated everything to that because it's the new one, and then
I just pictured a bunker with a single server. We won't let you die. Modern Warfare will keep going.
It's a server in a juggernaut suit.
just it's out in the middle of a field, in the middle of the hurricane.
Come at me, bro.
bitch.
Just like,
These are the Modern Warfare 3 servers.
Make me wet. No, that's actually
oh,
moist, impressive. Anyway, Yeah, so that thing is
Speaking
pretty
of
cool.
Star Wars things,
What the fuck?
you said
Just roll some news
You
out.
did like a pun on most impressive, which is a Star Wars.
Is it?
Thing. Yeah.
Go on. You did good.
Disney bought Lucasfilm and Industrial Light and Magic and Skywalker Sound. They're making Star Wars 7 in 2015.
Goddamn.
Lucas sold out even more so than he already
$4
did.
billion.
What the
I'm
fuck?
super fucking excited.
$4 billion? This is
Yeah.
what they were.
That's what they sold for.
People are starting to be like, yo, maybe Battlefront 3 will come out. Maybe
Although
all this-
apparently they're actually going to license. They got all those game properties as well. So they're going to start licensing those out to third-party studios.
I want them to remake Full Throttle.
What?
It's a LucasArts game.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to do anything.
It's going to
but
be
move on with
Disney's
Star Wars.
#1 priority to make a movie of that. I know it.
I doubt that.
I can feel it in my core. A hardcore person who drives motorcycles, kills people, beats them with pipes, stabs his hand on a table game. 2015. Alongside
For
Star Wars.
president.
And it's going to do better.
I don't know how I feel about Disney buying out LucasArts.
You should feel happy. They bought Marvel. Marvel's still the same, if not amazing, because of the Avengers.
Yeah. I don't know.
Everybody's saying that Kingdom Hearts is also going to have now Star Wars things. That'd be fucking cool.
Then I might actually have to play a Kingdom Hearts game and enjoy it.
You have to play 1 to 2. 1 and 2 also. To understand what makes the character once it gets to the Star Wars areas. You wouldn't do it, would you?
No.
Okay, well.
Have you ever discussed that I really don't like the Kingdom Hearts games?
I don't think so.
Because they have weird, like, turn-based combat interfaces, but you have to play it in real time.
No, they're not turn.
Yes, it is. It's the, like, little click, 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 attack. Click,
No.
click, click. Yes, it is.
No.
I played Kingdom Hearts 1. I know what I
No,
played.
but the thing is, you have to select attack, but it's like you can dodge roll and all that shit too.
Yeah, but you have to be doing that whilst you're selecting through the menus.
Yeah, but most of the time you have it on one button though. It's not too bad. But in 2, I'm pretty sure you had it bound to buttons. So I remember like Magic, I think was like R2
Well, that would be nice.
for something.
If the game had a way of making presets and binding things, it never
I
told
want
me.
to I want to say 2 had that. But I remember the first one. The first one kind of. I remember the first one not being too bad. So I think there was ways to switch the stuff.
I could not get into the first one. I appreciated the kind of like Disney humor
Yeah.
and things, but yeah, no.
Yeah, I remember playing the first one and kind of enjoying it. I didn't finish it, but I remember kind of enjoying it. However, this is me going at it in 2012 and being like, yo, this game has some dated ass shit to it, but it was pretty fun. Which I feel bad for not playing those when they first came out because they do seem really awesome. But yeah. I also come from the from a weird childhood where I didn't see every Disney movie, so a lot of things like, oh yes, that thing that I've heard about but never seen, that character looks cool. So I feel
What
bad.
a weird childhood.
I build fad for that. I feel bad for that. But yeah.
Guess we should continue to roll on to the news.
No. Hold on. I got a few more things to talk about.
Your 20 minutes
this
is up.
Too bad.
Hold on. Whoa.
No, it's too bad.
Natural Section 2.
We're timing things.
I don't give a shit about the timing right now. Hold on.
When's that come out?
It came out this Thursday, and it's supposed to come out on the Friday, and that game is fucking awesome. I just want to say that for anybody who played Natural Section 1, the old school PC one, that shit is so amazing, and it's worth playing, and it's a first-person shooter type of thing. Like, one person plays as Marines, one person plays as aliens. Or not one person. One team aliens, one person
Just
Marines.
just
One-on-one.
Two
And-
people.
Yeah, so there's that, except for one
a
person.
world.
One person on each team. It's a multiplayer-only game. One person on each team is, like, the commander. So one dude's watching it from top down. So if you're the aliens, you're, like, spreading creep and building harvesters and building all that shit. But if stuff needs to be built, you send people. If people need to die, you send people. If stuff needs to get healed, you send people. And that stuff's really awesome.
So what you're saying is you send people.
You send people, and you get upgrades. You get to do like multiple alien stuff, but it's really cool because pretty much as aliens, you can crawl through vents and scare the shit out of Marine players. But as Marine players, you can like upgrade into mechs and get flamethrowers and grenade launchers and all this crazy shit, and it's like the fucking craziest first-person RTS thing in the world. I played the shit out of the first one, and hitting that one last night. As much as most of it was like nostalgia, being like, yo, I remember playing this and this was really awesome. But that game is really good. And it's still like, for a day one mod release, because I think it's a source engine except for heavily modified,
Okay.
it is good. Like, nothing feels broken. At least not yet. Some of the performance stuff is weird, but That game has like creep tumors like in StarCraft, and creep or infestation, spreads like along the walls, along the roofs, and it's dynamic, and that shit looks really cool. And I don't know, there's
From what you're saying, it makes me Nuclear Dawn.
Oh,
that's what that makes me think of because of the weird commander view thing. But I guess this is
yeah. Way better,
done right? Yeah.
Before Nuclear Dawn came out, there was Natural Section 1 like a long time ago, and Natural Section 1 already did that way better. Okay, and it's really like, yo, okay, we updated Natural Section 1 and like made stuff smarter. Like the choices that we didn't want to change in the first one because it was weird on not Source Engine, but the old engine. Now they can just do tons of shit, and it's really cool. I don't know. I can't describe why it's awesome, but it's just there's so much cool shit with it that I really enjoy it, and I don't know. It's worth checking out. I hope they put it on sale, have a free weekend so people can go and try it because it is fucking awesome.
It sounds interesting enough to me because I've always been a fan of that like weird RTS FPS hybrid type thing.
Yeah, but it's really cool. Like there's so many. The talk of talking to the commander and then back at you is just awesome. I don't know. There's this really cool kind of back and forthy shit. Second thing I want to talk about, I've tried the Hawken beta thingy. They said it was kind of anybody can talk about it.
Cool.
Shit's cool.
Hawken. Wicked mechs.
That is
Hawken. Shit's cool. Back to the box.
Shit's cool. It's pretty much like Iron Brigade's like, yo, customize the shit out of your thing and then just fight people. And it's like the look and everything like the way the camera's moving feels like you're like this huge heavy ass mech thing. That shit's, I don't know. It's so much cool shit.
Shit's cool. You customize the shit out of the
shit
things.
Is cool. Shit is cool.
Mathieu Riccio, Unity Gaming.
Shit is cool. Can't believe this shit is free to play. Oh my god.
Back of the box, right there.
Back of the box.
Oh my gosh,
thank you. Hawken.
Yeah.
We developed Hawken.
Okay, yeah, I need to mention one more thing. I'm so sorry.
You son of a bitch.
It was Halloween, and what I thought was gonna be a freaky game that came out, Lucius, which I want to show you guys.
Yeah.
By the way, you play as a 6-year-old demonic child. Your dad's a senator. And he's going up for election, and suddenly Lucifer is all like, "Time to take over kill everybody, boy!" And you play a 6-year-old hitman, going around and murdering people in your mansion.
I think that sounds great.
This game is packed with people dying from maybe a piano falling on their head while they're under it repairing it, or maybe some other weird stuff which I won't describe. This game has like full-on fucking sex and nudity in it. By the way.
What?
Yeah.
You're a 6-year-old kid.
Yeah, you're just like, you should go find Uncle Tom. I don't know where he is in this mansion. And then like I just walk into this room like, oh, normally he's in here. And then it's just like him bare-assed and then like a chick on like her knees, and then he's like railing into her, and then it was just like game over. Yo, you got spotted by them. I was like too busy being like, what the fuck is this? Because I'm like streaming and I'm not like, I can't show that kind of shit. And I was like, well, fucking old shit. And it was kind of, I don't know. That game was really, really funny, and it's.
Fuck.
I don't want to say this in a bad way, but it looks like it's made by like the same kind of developers that would make like Sniper V2, which is like a cool polished game, but it looks kind of like not dated, but not AAA.
A little janky.
Yeah, a little janky. So like weird shit. Like there's like I don't want to spoil. Someone's suicides in the game, so they kill themselves. I won't say why, but they suicide, and you have like this cool like music bringing up, and then it's like you're looking like a demon child, and then like the chick is like jumping off a balcony, and she's like, I have to end this, and then it just like clicks out, like the music disappears, and then it's like I don't know if it's supposed to not go to like lose all its seriousness, but she just kind of like music goes away, sound's gone, no atmosphere sound, the only sound effect you hear is like her face hitting the ground, and it just looks like this weird kind of. The animation of it was like the funniest shit to see. I know it's terrible to say that. I know it's absolutely terrible to say like, yo, somebody like suicide in the game is funny, but it was this demon child whose face is this blank stare looking at this girl, and then like it's like a potato sack. Like she just lost all animations in the mid-air part and then hits the ground. And it was this weird kind of. I know.
So she just went like ragdolled.
Yeah, but there's no ragdoll. It's like stiff. So it's like. I was like,
shit.
I was like, oh, okay. Oh. Also, that game has a horde mode where you shoot fireballs at priests. And they're like, the power of Christ compels you. And you shoot fireballs at them.
Really?
Lucius. It's on Steam.
What?
$25.
I just want it for the horde.
$25? Didn't you say you finished that in one sitting?
Yeah, one sitting. 4.5 hours long-ish.
Wow.
Totally worth it. Because it is like the funniest, stupidest thing to just it's gonna sound terrible, but to watch people like die in some fucking terrible, it's like playing that horror movie, but you're the one controlling everything. And
Oh,
like,
really?
It's so dumb. It's like when you watch a movie, you're like, yo, you should notice that this is what's happening, but you're the dude doing it, and you're like, everybody is so dumb. I'm just gonna keep killing people. I don't know. It was fun. Anyway, that's it for what I wanted to talk about.
All right, let's roll some news out on this.
All right. So something that's near and dear to me in news, we've talked about it a few times the past few weeks about Deadly Premonition finally being announced for 2013. They put out a trailer for the director's cut. Shows a whole 4 seconds of gameplay. Looks exactly the same except for the HUD's different. However, they have quotes flying at the screen, which pretty much say like, if you liked the original, you'll probably still enjoy this. So I'm super excited for Deadly Premonition.
From
and
sites such as Destructoid and Giant Bomb and what was the other one?
EGM.
EGM.
Yeah. So
I thought Rock Paper Shotgun was on that too.
Maybe.
There was a few.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm totally gonna pick that up on the PS3, and either we're gonna dry run it or not dry run it, let's play it, or I'm just gonna do this on my stream and free go through that game because that game is gonna be sick. Anyway, so that's one thing. In other stuff, speaking of semi-janky games, Borderlands. No, that's the wrong thing. Okay, well I'm not talking about the other thing. So Borderlands 2, not Borderlands 2, Borderlands Legend came out for the iPad,
yes.
an iPhone. What a weird turn of events with that.
I wonder.
Yeah, I've heard that's getting pretty.
Can you actually show it on the screen there, Dan? Do you have it? Oh no, you do. You don't. You didn't download it, so don't.
I want to see if it's available right now.
Okay, so Borderlands Legends came out.
When I searched when it was supposedly out, I could not find it. So.
Okay, well I know the Canadian App Store is usually a bit behind the United States one.
How many days behind?
So it is
usually?
There. So I wouldn't get it if I were you. So what's weird is that the game is $6.99 on iPad, $4.99 on iPhones, and we were talking about last time. So it looked like some turn-based XCOM style game. It turns out that it's like an overhead.
Thousands of weapons.
Yeah, thousands of
everyone.
Randomized
missions.
It's randomized missions across.
Play as your favorite character.
Yeah, apparently it's randomized missions across 4 or something maps, roughly, and it's a top-down, but it's kind of like Battleheart, where it's a real-time RTS kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they just kind of have enemies pouring in the screen, but apparently the AI is really bad. They just kind of walk in and just get shot, and it's just not fun. It's glitchy. There's just like you try to move things like, go take cover, and then they'll take cover in the cover, and then they can't move anymore, and they won't shoot. And most of the time, whenever you go down, you die, but then you go into like the, hey, last stand, except for if you wait, you come back up. So most of the game's just like, oh, we killed someone, and then we're all down. Let's just get back up and then kill someone and then down. At least that's what it sounds like. So it sounds kind of really shitty, which is kind of surprising after it seems like it looked like it was going to be something that was really polished, but it looks like the exact opposite. So that's kind of shitty to hear.
That's too bad.
But anyways, in other news of Borderlands 2 apparently shipped 5 million copies and sold a whole shit ton of them, as well as XCOM was officially deemed a good selling game, and I'm hoping that we'll definitely see another one of those.
Yeah, most likely. Once something does well, the series or brand kind of gets the green light immediately, unless it really screws up.
Yeah, Take-Two's exact words were, "It is a critical and commercial success for XCOM." So
yeah, it'll be fine.
It's good. That's really good to hear. Let's see here. So as well as it is Halloween today as we record this, and of course the new Amnesia trailer, Amnesia: Machine for Pigs, came out in a weird kind of 4:3, not HD, but goes up to 1080p and still looks blurry kind of trailer released directly by them.
Yeah, that was weird.
But
the sounds in it are real good.
Yeah,
it's because the textures and stuff isn't really done yet.
Maybe. But it looks really good. It's definitely more modern than Amnesia, the original. And what's funny is the trailer plays with music for a large portion of it. And then the last, like, I think 20 to 30 seconds of it are like, okay, game sound. So it loses the music. It just goes straight to atmosphere and sound effects. And it does its thing where you're like, fuck, I can't go through this.
Yeah, you're just like, what?
So it's looking really good. Just doesn't give a date, just says 2013. I'm guessing, and it would suck, but I'm guessing it will come out in October sometime next year.
Most likely, it'll be a Halloween release.
Yeah, but I'm excited for it. I'm gonna force my way through it, which sounds kind of weird, but it's gonna be fun. And Dan, I really hope you And Devin also, if you want to join us
Fuck.
for a symphony of screams as we go through that. So that'd be pretty sweet.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I actually do it.
Yeah. Oh, God, that game's gonna be so crazy. Anyway, so like Dan said, Disney acquired Lucasfilms for apparently $4.05 billion.
Was that in the news?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I actually picked
It's
it.
all over
But
news.
yeah.
If anyone is wondering what Battleheart plays like, which is the game we referred to when describing Borderlands Legends, check out the video podcast right now because I'm playing it.
Nice. So did you actually mention that Star Wars 7 Episode 7 is going to come out 2015?
Yeah, you
Yes.
did.
You did? Okay, sweet. So yeah, that's happening. Peter Molyneux officially says that, well, apparently this month he's not going to push it back. Curiosity is coming out November 6th.
Ooh.
7th, sorry.
I'm interested to see
I've
where
ruined
that
it,
comes
didn't
from.
I? Yeah. Yeah.
He was going to compete with Halo at that point, but now he's just coming out on Wednesday for no reason.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'd call me ironic, but I'm curious. I want to see what it's going to be.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I'm interested. I've got a piece of news that I pulled up.
Go for
which I think would be relevant to the actual previous one. EA reveals 381 million loss for second quarter this year, which is pretty substantial.
that's kind of intense.
Yeah.
Only, sorry, should have been my answer.
Yeah, which is 40 million worse than last year's as well. It's getting to be a little crazy.
Yeah.
Especially with the I know they got ahead of this actually release and saying that Medal of Honor Warfighter was not what they wanted it to be.
Of course it wasn't.
Yeah.
They were ahead
Danger
of time.
Close has to get better at making scripted stuff.
Yeah, they do. So I'm interested to see how that is going to fare. I know probably next gen Medal of Honor will be something, but I don't know if they'll put out another one.
Well, let's see. So Medal of Honor came out recently. That was kind of not the greatest. For me, Need for Speed just came out, and that's also kind of not the greatest. I want to say that
NBA got canceled. Their NBA
Yeah.
franchise got canceled.
and I want to say that it wasn't EA also the people who helped publish Secret World.
Yeah, they were. They
So
They
that's
had a
probably-
big finger in Secret World.
That sounds really bad. Sounds like it had a finger in a pooper. But anyway, the thing is that, like, I don't know. There's
Well-
been a lot of failed-ish things.
Q4, they've got the release of Dead Space 3, Crisis 3, and the new Army of Two.
Oh,
Devil's
that's going to be
Cartel.
right at the end of the Q4, though. That's going to be crazy. I hope Dead Space 3 turns out to be fun,
Yeah,
even though it's
so-
not Dead Spacey-ish.
I don't know. Well, I don't think they're going anywhere quick, but I don't know how long they'll keep up with all this.
Well, that's cool. They knew we liked Battlefield, so they're going to put out Battlefield 4 really
Yeah,
kind of
Battlefield
soon.
4 will come
and,
out.
And then you'll see they'll be like, hey, you guys didn't like that? Well, that's cool because we heard you guys really want Mirror's Edge 2, so we're going to put out Mirror's Edge 2, and it's going to be rushed. It's going to be real good. And we'll be like, hey, wait, Dead Space 3 totally ended the trilogy. That's fine because Dead Space 4 is coming out next year. And it'll be like, what the fuck is even? And then
What are you guys doing?
Medal of Honor freaking Modern Warfighter is going to come out, and then it'll be crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
yeah.
But anyways, in other sort of releasey news, Dead Island Riptide finally got a release date, April 23rd in North America. It doesn't have a 2 in it, however, it is technically the sequel. I'm excited. If they get it like a more polished Dead Island, I think that'd be fun.
Just remember that trailer we watched.
Oh yeah, the exploding boat. Dan,
Oh, fuck.
despite you having a shitty time with the first one because your save got fucked, do you think you'll play Riptide if it's a better experience?
No. Wow. Unless it's Borderlands 2 good.
Ooh, well, they're
Because nothing could have brought me back to Borderlands 2. Brought me back to Borderlands except for the crazy improvements they did in 2.
if not Borderlands Riptide. If Dead Island Riptide feels like Condemned 1's kind of melee, with Borderlands is like, yo, you picked up a piece of pipe, but this one's electrified and fiery and it shoots missiles, then fucking you've got us. that'd be pretty crazy. But yeah, Riptide for April 23rd. That looks pretty cool. So Grand Theft Auto 3 leaked a kind of poster that said, hey, spring 2013. And then Rockstar was all like, yo, spring 2013. And then they're just like, you can pre-order it November, by the way, PC people, we have nothing to say yet. So
their exact words were, "We are focusing more
Yeah.
on Xbox and PlayStation 3 at this moment in time."
yeah.
I read the press release.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that that means about a year push, or maybe at the end of 2013 we'll see it or something.
Yeah.
But it's kind of too bad. It's kind of really too bad that they're doing that. But I don't know.
We'll see how.
I don't know. I hope Grand Theft Auto 5 is gonna be good though.
Yeah, we'll see.
Sucks now. It means I have to get it on the 360. Actually, it's not too bad. It's probably better for the multiplayer anyway. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. For those of you who've been on Steam recently, Steam's Halloween sale is currently ongoing. I think it's going to be done soon, though, so by the time you hear this, it's possible it's gone. They didn't really do anything special this year,
No, they didn't.
but good sales.
Yeah.
Certain things were 75% off, which are
Pretty
really
good.
decent. There's some weird stuff that actually isn't horror, but I guess since there is a killing thing in there, they're just like, yeah, let's put that on the sale. Let's do that.
Yeah, this is like horror, isn't
There's
it?
skeletons in there. Let's do that. That's pretty cool. But anyways, I think it's freezing. Oh yeah, so they also Square Enix has officially scheduled the end of Final Fantasy XIV's current thing right before A Realm Reborn, which is going to be the huge patch, which is going to redefine that game.
Yeah. Didn't you describe it as like this giant meteor that's coming down?
Yeah, so what's
and on,
currently going on is for the past few months there's been a meteor in the sky, and you can just see it approaching and getting bigger and bigger. And now it's to the point where the meteor is like taking up the entire sky. The sky's dark red and like it's on fire and getting like retardedly close.
It's fucking crazy.
And apparently on November 11th, what's going to happen at midnight on November 11th Pacific, so 3 a.m. Eastern, that meteor is going to impact, shut down the servers, and then they're going to bring them back up. I don't know how often, but how early, but they're going to fucking bring it right back up and
Just roll
boom,
with it.
new game. So that'll be crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
Well, yeah, it's technically a huge ass patch, but it's changing a lot of stuff. It's going to change the combat. It's going to make the leveling faster. It's going to change all the environments, or at least change them to not be some repeated mess, and change up the quest system. Change up a lot of stuff. It's going to practically be a new game. So even the story's changing and everything. So it's kind of
Pretty
crazy. Yeah. Yeah. So
It'll be interesting to see where they go with it. I don't know. Cool.
hold on.
What else we got?
Black Ops 2 put out a live trailer, which is another one of those Soldier and All of Us videos. Kind of cool.
Fantastic, actually.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
I
impressed.
thought it was all right. I like how FPS Russia was in there.
Yeah, they had a lot of YouTube stars.
Yeah. And what's his name? Robert Downey
Robert
Jr.?
Downey Jr.
Yeah, they had Robert Downey Jr.
He made a quick...
Everyone's appearance in that commercial was quick.
Yeah.
I want to say that iJustine was in there for a second. I think she was in the... That was her.
Yeah, I think that was her.
And so that was pretty cool. And following the trend of recent things such as Medal of Honor, but I'm not really surprised by this because I'm glad they do this. Day one patch came out for Assassin's Creed 3.
I played fucking Assassin's Creed 3. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, Dan.
but I kind of don't want to talk about
Yeah,
it.
we'll talk about it later.
I'm staying away from that game.
I consider the beginning of that game to be very spoilerish, so I don't want to talk
That
about
one
it. But it
tidbit
is
of
more Assassin's Creed and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
That is my opinion.
That one tidbit of information you gave us before the podcast, which maybe we won't say here, is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
And makes me
that's-
really want to finish up Brotherhood.
You talking about the thing I haven't done yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for the PC release for that. Devin, I don't know if you're picking up the console or getting the PC one.
Honestly, I'm really torn right now whether I want to play it because I have the controller for the PC.
Yeah.
I've got Halo 4 coming out next week, so I
right.
might just roll with wait for it for PC and pick it up then.
Which is November 22nd, unless it gets pushed back. Right
So then I can have better graphics. I don't know. We'll see. The only thing it would be I would have to switch one of my gaming PCs to my big TV. That's the only thing I would have to do.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to put on the big TV. It looks really good on PCs. Like I can't.
Yeah, but I want to. I've got. I now have a 50-inch television.
Yeah, but
So
still,
I'm gonna use that 50-inch TV.
it's your choice, bro.
It's my choice.
But even if you had to play it on the PC on just a normal monitor, go for it, dude.
Yeah, no, I've got nice monitors, so it'll look good anyway.
Like I was explaining to Dan, is actually I started playing Brotherhood on PC, and the change from 360 to PC has been kind of insane. From like putty textures to like, yo, this dude has like freckles and frowns and like.
So maybe I'll wait for PC. Actually,
insane.
you know what? I'm probably gonna wait for PC.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But what else? I think that's it for news actually.
Yeah. What do we have? What do we have for release next week?
So for releases next week, we have games. Games are coming out. It's gonna be crazy.
Well, I guess I spoiled it once with. We have Halo 4.
Oh shit! Wow.
The most Haloing Halo
Wait,
of them all.
I just realized something.
What?
In 2 weeks, the Wii U is gonna be here.
No shit.
Also, PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale and Black Ops and many things.
All right, so I'll just do a quick shout out because he's saying in the chat, the person who got me Brotherhood was Skinned in the chat. Who's
Skinned?
Thanks again for that.
Why don't I get anything
Your
nice,
bro.
Skinned?
So I have to broadcast the people.
Why don't I get anything nice?
But anyways, yeah. So next week in releases, we have Halo 4 for the 360, as well as PlayStation. No, I'm kidding. No, Halo 4 is gonna have the PC. No one. Wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome? Day and date.
I saw some weird rumor thing pop up because
They
of
won't
some
put
weird
it on
listing, but
fucking
they're not
PC.
going to do it.
No. So yeah. So
No.
Halo 4 for 360. I'm pretty sure that game's gonna have a season pass. No, because they're gonna have the
no, it's
ship
the,
free
like-
things.
Yeah.
Story.
No,
co-op.
there is a season pass.
Oh,
It
is it?
just can only get it with the collector's edition.
Really?
I think so.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, fuck it.
The collector's edition includes a season pass.
Really?
Okay.
So
Oh, okay.
whether or not you can buy that outside of there.
Oof.
Okay. So there's that. Saints Row the Third, the full package apparently is coming out for the PS3, 360, and PC, which probably comes with all the DLC.
I think I had that. I think I bought the DLC for that. I don't think I've even played that game yet.
Paper,
Should probably do that.
Paper Mario Sticker Star for the 3DS is coming out. Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD Collection for the PS3 and 360. Rayman Origins for the 3DS is coming out. That's kind of cool. Little Big Planet karting as well. Day and
Nice.
date with Halo.
That's gonna be a hard
That's
sell.
a weird. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
hey, you guys upset about Halo coming out on the Xbox? We got an exclusive for you. I mean,
Nice.
It's kind of like Halo. You know, you drive.
what is that thing with Pokemon?
What
What is it? What is it?
where
What is
the
it? What is it? What is it? Right
Oh.
beside.
Pokédex 3D Pro is getting an update for, I guess, the 3DS. 3DS wear.
Eh.
Ragnarok Tactics is apparently coming out for the PSP and PSP network, which I guess is the portable thing. Ragnarok Online was a game I used to play way back in the day. I'm guessing they're making a tactics game of it, which kind of sounds like that would be pretty freaking cool.
Cool.
However, I'll never be able to play that, but that's it for releases for next week.
Do we have some questions?
I think we actually have one question on Twitter so far, as well as we're going to read off all the comments from last
Oh,
week's.
here, I'll pull them up. I'm gonna pull them up.
You got to pull them up?
I'm gonna pull them up.
Bring them up as well here. So the question that we have on Twitter
Do we wanna alternate?
is from Skinned and or at Killzone2367 on Twitter, and he asks, if the world was gonna end tomorrow and you were trapped somewhere until the world ends, what would you do? I'm guessing it's if you had access to anything as well.
If I had access to anything,
What would you, if you knew the world was gonna end? I guess you were trapped somewhere. Like, where would you be, or
where would I be trapped?
where would you? Okay, what would you do if you were trapped somewhere?
Are we talking like anywhere?
So
or-
anywhere and with anything, what would you do? Where would you be trapped? What would be your choices?
So everything is totally functioning, but the world is just going to implode.
Yes.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
I don't know. I guess I would just
What would be if you?
try and see everyone I knew.
Yeah.
Oh, so you'd go the personal route?
I honestly
Yeah, or
would.
at least call everyone, because I guess I'm trapped somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So I would continue with my normal day, but I would call everyone.
I would. I think I'd do something crazy. Not dangerous crazy, but like.
World's gonna end. May as well die right now.
Not like die, but like. I don't know. If I had a lot of money or something, I'd rent out like. You know what I'd fucking do? I'd rent out the Scotiabank place, and then bring down that giant jumbotron closer to the ice because it can like raise and lower, and I'd fucking play some video games on that giant like.
While sitting on the ice.
Yeah, well, how big is that thing? That's probably like.
Well, you'd have to be trapped there until the world ended.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'd have a wicked ass fucking land party there.
So you'd
would be-
disregard all friends and family.
No, Dan, you'd be there, and I'd trap you there with me, and I'd make
Ouch.
sure I had a sat phone, and I could call all my friends and family and tell
Well,
them
no,
that
you don't
I
really
love 'em.
need that. Everything's functioning.
Oh, then I just fucking call people and have a wicked land party and enjoy myself till the.
Who else knows the world is ending? Is it just us?
I think it would. Let's just say everybody knows.
Okay. So
then places are going to be fucking looted and stuff. Like,
yeah.
This isn't really going to be like happy-go-lucky end of the world.
Yeah.
Having fun times.
So I'd need a shotgun.
Call me stupid, but I would probably get the comfiest shit possible, like some sort of duvet made out of like microfibers and like some memory foam stuff, and just like
Hole up in your basement.
just hole up, like roll myself into that, and just sit there with maybe like a phone or like a Skype thing in front of me, so I could call people and be like, "Yo, what's up?" and be like, "This is happening, what's up?" and just like have maybe like multiple laptops, so like everybody is like talking to each other, or just have like one laptop with everything going on, and like everybody's just communicating.
Yeah.
And then just like, or if there was some possibility to have family and friends and everything all. Why am I trying to say condomed up? It's the cocooned up.
You're all condom up.
We're all condomed up here. Friends and family.
Title. All condom up, friends and family.
No.
Gross.
That's really messed up actually. But no, just be super comfortable, unable to move, and just watch it happen, and hopefully die as comfortably and happy as possible.
Yeah.
Why is the world ending? What happened?
What would you speculate would end the world?
A giant random implosion?
Yeah.
I think either an implosion or like a big meteorite coming to hit, and then servers would go down, and then the world would come back up even better.
Man, that'd be
So
wicked.
we would be like dinosaurs, but coming back better after.
Better dinosaurs.
Better human dinosaurs.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what other question do we have? Do we have anything else?
Skinned actually has another question on Twitter, and he says, if you could fly, where would you fly, and why would you fly there?
I go back to Hong Kong.
I'd go home.
So you're saying if you could fly faster than like anything? Actually, no. If you
Yeah,
could
I
fly.
would stay at home.
You would stay at home?
Yeah, I wouldn't go anywhere.
I
go back to Hong Kong for another couple of weeks.
Traveling has never been my thing.
would say traveling would never be my thing, except for if I was out somewhere. Like, say I was like downtown somewhere, and I'd just look at a building and I'd be like, I'm gonna go on top of the building. You guys want to come with? And just like bring people, or just go up there alone and just sit. And just be like,
That'd be cool.
I can see everything. I'm like
How do you
Assassin's
get back
Creed.
down?
You fly, hopefully, unless it's like oh
A
shit.
one-way ticket?
Yeah, you go up top. You're like, where'd my wings go? Or maybe it's not wings. Maybe you just gravitate or float. Then you just go up there and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna jump off, and then you know the world is gonna end, so you gotta cocoon yourself while I'm falling. It's crazy. I don't know.
That's fucking cray.
Um,
So shall we read the...
yeah, sure. Read some comments for us, Devin.
First one is from TT5 Skinned. Hi, Devin. Love me again. From Daniel, we've got, guys, you are great. Keep playing, but more FTL, which we have recorded another big-ass chunk of FTL.
Yeah.
How much is that worth of FTL? That's like...
About 5 parts.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, it's almost a week.
Yeah, almost a week. We've got...
Devious Raccoonist. Let's say that properly this time.
Thievius Raccoonus.
Thievius Raccoonus. Yeah, I was mentioned. Tongue out. I know I left the first out, but I'm Thievius. Anyways, I like the video podcast. Funny as always. Smiley face. Then we've got from Manny2. Very amazed that you guys have good words for Warfighter. I really hated that game. Your teammates are freaking useless. The moment you think they are going to cover you, and you will get shotgunned to death from a guy that is standing right inside your squad. Actually, that is fucking true.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. They also don't seem to be able to kill any enemy on their own. Just waiting for you to kill everything. It's sick, frankly. The driving level was co-created. Red, done by NFS. Need for Speed devs.
Yeah.
Hey, Riccio, it's me from... I won't read that one.
Yeah, somebody got banned from Twitch.
Something about streaming.
TT5 Skinned saying, hey, Kumar.
We've got Illuminated Oracle by the Illuminati.
Oh, yeah, you got it good. Illuminati Oracle.
Illuminati Oracle.
Okay.
And then we've got Mural saying, I will slap Dan.
I'm saying I will not slap bet you.
We've got Sarge, which I know your YouTube thing says evil shit, but you're Sarge to me, putting on sunglasses. Yeah! We've got Dracon saying, I love how for a lot of the podcast, Riccio is always cracking up at the start.
Yeah.
Just mainly because I'm fucking with him.
Yeah.
Then we've got Walking Life 55 saying, forever skeptical guy sounds like a dick, which is probably yourself.
Inside joke.
Waking Life.
Waking Life.
Not walking. Like, come on, Devin. Come on.
I don't have my fucking glasses on.
Inside joke
And
that
then-
is actually Forever Skeptical. So
And then we've got Skin responding back to that.
Spoilers.
Saying,
Jeez,
I
Riccio.
personally hate that guy, Kappa.
yeah, so that was good. You guys make some good conversation
Yeah,
up on
it's
the
good.
things.
It's good.
We had one question in the channel that says, Riccio, tell everyone to say the spookiest thing that has ever happened to them because it's Halloween. So what do you guys think? Anything spooky that's ever happened to
Spooky.
you? Spooky. Like maybe being woken up in the middle of a marathon to a screaming sound?
Well, I can't even think of anything else off the top of my head. So
Oh.
I guess that's it. That's not really spooky. That's
no.
just startling.
Startling? Anything startling or scary?
I don't know, man. I got nothing right now at the top of my head.
Me would probably be playing the SCP games.
Yeah.
And hyperventilating pretty much. To the point where I was
Hey,
breathing.
Devin, what about that comic we showed you?
Oh, fuck. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Well, guess we'll throw that out again.
That was actually in the last, not the last, a long time ago on the podcast, which is great.
Hate that comic.
He had a, do you want to explain what it was, Devin?
All right, so this was back when I was living at my parents' place. This is context because I am now not living there. On Skype with Dan and Riccio, enjoying a lovely conversation piece. I can't remember what the hell we were looking up, but we were going through links.
Yeah.
And I got linked something, and just being like, oh, okay, I'll just take a look at it. And it's this manga that when you read through, and when you hit a certain part, it just loops through all these pictures and makes this crazy, creepy, weird, like
Like a cracking neck sound, like
breaking sound, and like you see this person running at you.
Yeah.
I fucking lost it and like ripped off my headphones, threw them to the ground, and just sat back in my chair and just was like, what the fuck is this? And of course, Dan and Riccio are just laughing their asses off.
Well, Riccio tried to get me with it earlier that day, but I'd already seen it.
yeah.
But I fucking...
I like to point out that before I handed that to you, there was something that was either you were either listening to music or we made sure that you had something that you just listened to that was, okay, I'm going to crank my volume up for you guys.
We were sharing videos.
Yeah,
before
That's what it was?
so-
Okay, so...
And so, I just fucking lost it and, screamed. And my mom burst into my room and was like, are you okay? Is everything right? And I'm like, oh, my God.
As if, Spider-Man is crawling through his window with a knife. This-
Just
Spider-Man does... What the...
dude, when he
Why
gets...
is it Spider-Man coming
Terrible
to stab
scream.
Who
Devin?
else can get off the ground to the window?
Any dude
Who
with a ladder.
else? Well, he is Spider-Man if he can crawl that high.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that was fucking scary.
yeah.
No, not a good comic. And the worst is it's you read one and there's another one and about halfway through the comic again.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That is totally
Ooh,
awesome.
we have 3 videos.
I just thought of this.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
Here, pass it
But
to me.
so can you actually just walk around the house? Please don't.
I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so right now we have a video of the iPad being streamed directly to the PC. which
This
is
new
crazy.
Apple TV I just bought is opening doors right here.
It's opening great
This
doors.
is a wireless camera we could carry around and broadcast.
Holy shit.
Dude, for the marathon, which is gonna happen at the end of this year, is gonna be sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I didn't even think about that.
Anyway, so no. So one of my story of this freakiest stuff would be that somebody told me to play the SCP games, which was a walking down staircase game as well as a walk through staircases and tight corridors. And I'd never been that afraid. Maybe it's because I built it up as being really terrifying, but I played it and pretty much I was breathing so hard and freaking out that I almost blacked out. And there was
said you were made of
sparkles forming around the outside of my vision, as if I was about to lose consciousness. And I even stopped and was in this laughing fit, and then it was just kind of... That was terrifying. So it was pitch black. It was nothing but that game, super loud in my ears, and got it all on stream, hopefully. And that's where one of my sentences that people seem to remember a lot is me saying, in some sort of just uncontrollable, just
You
me
were
yelling
terrified.
shit. I just yelled my body is sparkles, and then it just nothing made sense, and that was the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably the scariest thing that's happened to me, at least in recent memory. For sure,
man.
for sure. But yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I think that's it for the questions.
I think that's all we got.
We got nothing else. And yeah, so
Damn, that's wicked. This Apple TV was a fucking great idea.
do we want to have a sentence or something that people can say? If you guys are in the comments once again, we're gonna
Check out this sweet wireless mobile iPad camera. There.
Yeah, check out. If you guys are listening to us on iTunes, feel free to check out the YouTube video. At the end here, we're doing some pretty cool stuff with the Apple TV, so
Yeah,
you guys
it's
can see the
pretty
iPad.
sweet. You know what? I didn't realize it, but we have like a fucking crazy setup that we do for recording podcasts
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
Like it's not. This is
Hey,
not a
everyone can
fucking
see your mixer.
This is not an amateur
Yeah.
thing that we got going on here. Like this is fucking crazy.
Yeah, building up from summers of random jobs,
Fucking like
but
wicked desktop. We've got a camera there. We've got a camera there. We've got fucking Dan with his iPad now and like
Green
the Apple
screen,
TV.
Green screen.
We've got a fucking green screen. We've got my laptop for fact checking. We've got crazy ass mics now. Like this is fucking crazy.
but you know what's the most expensive thing of them all? I drink out of a jar filled with water. That's great.
Oh fuck! that is wicked.
I know.
But
I guess we'll
Yeah,
finish it.
well, yeah, so to everyone,
Unexpectedly fantastic.
yeah, so to everyone who's watching on iTunes, feel free to check it out on YouTube. We do have a video version of it now. I don't think it's gonna make it to the iTunes just because it would be too weird to edit and make sure it's the right size and host it.
Yeah.
So check that out. Feel free to subscribe to us on iTunes. We try to make these things at least audio possible so that we don't have to reference too many things on screen.
Yeah.
So
But you might want to tune in for that last mind-blowing
Crazy
mind-blowing
crazy
TV
bit.
part thing.
But yeah, so feel free to subscribe on iTunes. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We put a new podcast out every Thursday. Leave comments. We'll read them all. Leave questions. Twitter, everything.
We love it.
We love it. We're gonna keep making stuff for you guys. FTL coming soon.
Did you forget a question?
No.
What's happening here?
What T-Fan said?
What do you got, T-Fan?
T-Fan says he has a question in the chat.
T-Fan, type it again.
Feel free
Hurry,
to post
hurry,
it
hurry,
while
hurry.
I'm outroing.
You got like 2 seconds.
So yeah, subscribe to us, check out our stuff, leave comments. Totally buying some time for T-Fan to write a question. If not, we're gonna go ahead and skip away from it.
Oh fuck! Got the zoom in.
Zoom.
Oh.
Zoom.
Oh.
All right. Well, if anything, all right. So he says, "Don't
we
worry
just
about it."
turned Cloverfield.
He says, "Don't worry about it." So we're gonna wait for next week for his question. Hopefully.
So scared.
Oh Jesus, that is really terrifying. So to everyone who's watching, listening, or doing any way to get this into your body, eyes,
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thanks.
It's an earthquake happening.
Have yourself a great night. Hopefully you had a great Halloween. And I've been Riccio.
I'm Dan.
I'm Sompy.
And take care, everybody.
Cheers.